Welcome at the NBA Cinema. So we got Zion Williamson today at Media Day. He finally answered a lot of the things that haunted him over the summer. He was asked about his kid, asked about his weight, his conditioning, and what he did to prepare himself to be a top-notch contributor for the New Orleans Pelicans. And also, a reporter asked him about Moriah Mills. Now, he didn't come out and say her name, but he did allude to the distractions that were going on all summer. Zion seemed a bit irritated that he was asked about that. His answer was short and to the point. I'm going to play those clips for you guys, and I'm going to talk about the Pelicans and their upcoming season and what I expect from Zion this upcoming year. But let's check it out.
Can you just help us understand, because it was just a little unclear, what's just your read on why you were not able to get back in the court last season after the re-aggravation of the hamstring?
Just wasn't ready.
Look, last season you came to camp in really good shape. Looks like you came into camp in really good shape this year. It seems like things went wrong when an injury occurred. Moving forward, what things will be different? Just like, hey, look, when something goes bad that you can't control, like reacting to that situation.
Pelicans have put in a lot of things this offseason to not only prevent stuff like that, but how to react to it in the best way possible. So I think what the Pels have done is good structure, and we'll see as the season goes.
And knowing how the last two seasons went, what did you want to do differently this summer to kind of change things for you and make sure you're more prepared this season?
Work on movements. Stayed in New Orleans for a big part of the summer, working with the Pels, being on the same page with them, my personal trainers. But just really locking into every aspect of my body.
And what went into the decision to spend more time in New Orleans this year than you did in previous off seasons?
Want to change. If I want to change, I got to do something different. So, like I said, I sat down with the Pels and we came up with a great plan. I'm great mentally. Thank you for asking. I'm excited about my daughter. She's due in November. I'm really excited about that. But outside of that, I just love hooping. It wasn't hard to stay focused. I can help a lot of people. I can do things for a lot of people around me. But this past summer was, if something happened to me, the mindset was, if something was to happen to me where basketball wasn't there or something just happened to where life just changed, who would be there for me? Realistically, who would be there for me? And just had to come to that realization. And when it comes to family and the city, always good. So I focus on that.
Since we've been around you, you mostly try to keep your private life private. You talked about the importance of your family and stuff like that. But how difficult was it this summer with a lot of people prying into stuff going on with you behind the scenes that you have kind of kept private before, but more of that stuff being out in the public now?
When I want to share something about my family, I will. And it's as simple as that. That's how I am. That's how it's always been. When I want to share something about my family and my personal life, I will share it. If not, I don't.
So there's another thing Zion kind of reacted to that many people aren't familiar with or they don't remember. You remember that lawsuit came out about his dad and some company where Zion was supposed to be one of the brand ambassadors and his dad got fronted a loan or something like that and they were in debt. Well, he said his family will always be good, so maybe he was kind of addressing that rumor too. But looking at Zion, man, he's obviously been prepped by the team to answer questions in a way where they're vague and he's focusing on the basketball. You know, he did say he was proud of his daughter, and she's due, I guess, very soon, but he's not to talk about the Moriah Mills thing, not to be too messy, obviously. And we saw some of his text messages leak on the internet, and he said, look, when I want to talk about my family or personal life, I will, but until then, don't ask me. So, you know, but Zion had to know this is coming with Media Day. This comes with the territory. You know, when you pull up the Media Day and you've had as many distractions as he's had in the offseason, you couple that with injuries, and the women in question saying that some of your actions were a contributing factor to the injuries or setbacks as far as you returning on the court with your team, then you're going to be asked that. I'm hoping Zion stays healthy. You have to remember his contract is structured very much like a football contract. A lot of the incentives and the high dollar amount is based off of games played, body fat percentage, and weight combined not being over 295 pounds. So you add that in with him having the regular stipulations that normal NBA players and superstars have as far as like making an all-star game, making the playoffs, different things like that. He's playing for his NBA life, and he's playing to rebuild his reputation. A lot of people see him around the league as someone who doesn't work hard, someone who just leans on his talent and is getting eaten alive by the NBA lifestyle. Pretty much is the perception that's out there about Zion Williamson. So he is fighting essentially for his NBA life. So the Pelicans need some team success, and he needs to play a good 65 to 70 games minimum for them to feel like, okay, he's turning the corner and he's going to be who we brought him in to be, one of the cornerstone pieces of the franchise. In this interview, he also spoke about Trey Murphy, a player I'm very high on, and I think is going to go to the next level very soon. I think Trey Murphy is like that, and you know that growth spurt that he's hit. Well, he's hit several. He went from 6'2" to 6'4" to now he's about 6'9", 6'10". It looks like out there on the floor. And he's a wing player. I think he's gonna be a star in this league. You got Brandon Ingram. Still have C.J. McCollum to provide leadership, and you have Jose Alvarado, who I feel like will be a team leader. Just naturally, his style of play, aggression, and how infectious his ball pressure is. His energy is going to take over the entire team. So he'll lead by example by cutting off the head of the snake. But I got a little bit of high hopes for the Pelicans, man. It's all going to be about what Zion does. And if he's going to bring distractions to the team, or is he going to stay healthy? Is he going to be bought all the way in? You know, we hear about his condition and everything every summer, but then something always happens. But now we're hoping that Zion Williamson has turned the corner truly. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.